So you've finally given the stickers that go on each and every single item to your supplier, and your supplier is busy putting them on each and every single item. Once they're done putting it on each and every single item, they're going to put it in a box, big box. Obviously, you're not going to send products one by one to an Amazon fulfillment center. It's going to be a very, very big box that's going to fit maybe 10 to 20 of your product. Maybe your product is smaller, so maybe it's 100 in one box. I don't know. But the point is they're putting them into boxes, and now you got to get those box labels, but you need some more information from your supplier. You got to request this information. What information do you have to request? Well, the box dimensions. Now, the box dimensions, as a reminder, this is a rule that maybe you haven't heard of yet. The box cannot measure more than 25 inches on each side at all. So this is something that I'm probably going to repeat. You've probably already seen it, or if you haven't, you will see it in the next section. The box dimensions, the box cannot be bigger than 25 inches on each side. That is a strict rule that Amazon has. Box weight cannot be more than 50 pounds. They'll probably tell you kilograms, but just go to Google and then type the conversion to pounds. Real quick, I'm going to go Google. And if I put in pounds to kilograms, they can tell me, oh, it's 13 kilograms. And I know that that's 29 pounds, right? And that's less than 50. So that means we're good. But just remember that rule. It cannot be more than 50 pounds, cannot be more than 25 inches on each side. So they're going to tell you the dimensions. They're going to tell you the weight, probably in centimeters and probably in kilograms. How many units are in the box? What did your supplier do? Did you order 100? Is your supplier putting 20 in each box? Maybe. And the supplier's address information. You're going to have to upload your supplier's address up to Seller Central. You're going to see in a little bit exactly what that looks like. So, okay, get that information and then go ahead and progress with your FBA order. Go back to Seller Central, pick your item. This is my item right here, dog bed, good one, right? There's a lot of items here because I do this class a lot. And I'm going to select this little box here on the left, and I'm going to click on Send Replenish Inventory. Once I do that, it's going to ask me to log in again. If it asks you to log in again, you should definitely log in again. Okay. Just a whole big mess. I'm going to have to do this again. Okay, let's go back to inventory, manage inventory. Okay, again, dog, bad, good one. I'm going to select the little box, send replenish inventory. And there we go. Now we're progressing. And here it is. Now, this is interesting because usually there's an old workflow. I've been doing this for many years and I'm used to teaching the old workflow. This is the new workflow. This is relatively new. Maybe this is the first time you see it. So it's not new for you. It's just the normal. But for me, it's new. But that's not really the point here, right? So this is, now we want to send this to Amazon. This is what it looks like. My item is right here. Okay, my SKU and everything. And I have to create a box now. So when I create a box, I just click on this little arrow thing. It's not going to be individual units. It's going to be create a new case pack template. And I'm going to call my case pack template, I don't know, maybe 1 case of dog beds from China. Units per box. Your supplier gives you this information. They tell you how many units are in each box. So I'm going to pretend my supplier told me it's 20 units in each box. And now my supplier has told me it's 60 by 40 by 40 centimeters, but Amazon is asking for inches. That's a job for Google to solve, centimeters to inches. So 60 is 24, right under the 25-inch limit. Very good. 24. Now I'm going to do 40, so it's going to be 16. Okay, so it's going to be 16, then 16, and the box weight is going to be, let's say 13 kilograms. I think we already did this actually. So kilograms to pounds, 13 kilograms is 29 pounds. I'm going to round up because I don't pay Amazon for shipping. I pay the supplier for shipping because I'm doing DDP, which you may have heard of now, or maybe you'll hear about it later. Let's see, who preps the units? Now it's dog beds. Dog beds do not need any preparation. They don't need to be saran wrap. They don't have to have bubble wrap over it. So all I got to do is select the category, pick the drop down arrow, and then pick no prep needed. Click save. Okay, that's done. no labeling required. Now the labeling, it says here no labeling required for a reason, because your supplier has already labeled it. We've already gone through this process where you gave your supplier stickers. Your supplier has put stickers on the actual product. So you don't actually need to label it because your supplier already did it. It's important that the product gets labeled. Imagine if you have a product with no labels at all. How will Amazon know it's yours? The actual product itself needs to have a label in addition to the box having a label. Okay, so you got 29 pounds, got the dimensions done, units per box. I think we're pretty much good. Okay, so I press the arrow. There it is, one case .bex from China. Excellent. Now I'm still missing something. I'm missing my supplier's address information, which it will be here. Now I already have it because I do this class a lot. I already have the supplier in there, but you might not have anybody. It might just be blank. So you have to press this blue button here. And you yourself have to press add contact. I don't have to because I already added my contact. But once you press add contact, you're going to pick China, right? Or maybe your supplier's from India or United States. I don't know. Then you company name, you don't have to, but you put in their name, you put in their address. At the very bottom, you click on add contact. It should be blue, but I already added my contact. So I'm just going to pick my supplier in China. Okay, there it is. China right there. And I'm going to pick my case that I created. See here, it says here units per box 20. I ordered 100, so I'm just going to put 5. And it does the math for me. Ready to send the units. So it's going to kind of wait there, and then press confirm and continue. And we're just going to wait for that process to go. Okay, cool. Okay, now you're going to pick your ship date. Now, this is just when you think they're going to ship it. Nobody's ever like spot on with this. Like it's always wrong. Don't spend too much time on this. It's Friday, so let's say it's, I don't know, Monday then. Small parcel delivery or LTL. Small parcel delivery is when it's not like a full container load. If it's not like, basically, if it's not a lot of boxes, if it's like 4 to 5 boxes, it's small parcel. I would suggest never do LTL. You don't want to do LTL. Like if you are doing LTL, you're a multi-million-dollar company. So you don't really have to listen to me on how LTL works. But most of the time it's going to be small parcel. This is where it's going. So you don't actually get to choose where it goes. Amazon auto detects where it's actually going to go. And in this case, Amazon wants me to send my units to Greenwood, Indiana. So I want to send everything there. My labels are going to go straight to there. I don't really have to do anything. It's just like a fact. And then here it says your UPS Amazon partner carrier. Now, UPS is an Amazon partner carrier, hence what that says. But if you're in the United States and you're sending inventory to an Amazon fulfillment center from your house, then guess what? You can actually use UPS as a partner carrier and you get really discounted rates if it's from your house in the United States. It's really, really cool. It's a really, really nice feature. You get really, really cheap postage with UPS to send to Amazon, not to send to anybody, just to send to Amazon. You can't just abuse the whole thing to send it to whoever you want, unfortunately, because that would make life a lot easier now, wouldn't it? But you're going to do non-Amazon partnered carrier because it's going to be your actual freight forwarder. Freight forwarder is the shipper. Your shipper is more than likely your supplier, or maybe you have a different shipper than your supplier, but basically it's your shipper. You're going to pick exactly what partnered carrier did they use, because and I'm going to go over this in a bit, or maybe you already saw this video. The life cycle of the shipment starts off with at China, and then from China it goes on a boat, which there's no tracking at all. There's no tracking. Once it gets to the United States, then it's going to get picked up by one of these carriers, and then the tracking will be activated. But if you don't know which carrier to pick, you don't know which carrier your supplier is doing, I mean, you should ask your supplier. But if you don't know, you just go press other. It's a lot easier if you know who it is. Once you press other, you can press accept charges and confirm shipping. You shouldn't be getting charged, especially if your shipper is in China. If they're handling shipments, you shouldn't be paying for anything. Okay, accept. Then you shouldn't be paying for anything, but you're going to get some box labels that you're going to have to put on your boxes. Not you, but your supplier. Okay, so I'm done with step 1 and step 2. Here is step 3. Print the box labels. Ships from China, shipping to Greenwood, Indiana, nothing new. And then now we're going to print our box labels. Now, you might be wondering, which one do I choose? If you don't know, if you're not sure what your supplier uses, thermal printing is always my go-to, because there's a lot of suppliers out there that they have thermal printing like papers and like printers, and they use thermal printing because it doesn't use ink. They save a lot of money. So I would do thermal printing. When in doubt, use thermal printing. And this is what the label looks like. It's in Mandarin, Chinese, because the supplier is in China. So this actually makes it a lot easier to put on the box and everything, because the supplier can read it. If it's not coming from China, if it's coming from your home address or something, it won't be in Mandarin, obviously. So now you want to save that to your computer. I'm going to put in here, I don't know, product, box labels, dog bed, right? I'll click save. That's saved. Okay, so I'm good with that. And proceed to the next section. Proceed to enter tracking details. You may have noticed that we have not received tracking details. So you can leave this tab open up a new tab. I don't need any more conversions. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to go into Alibaba, because that's where my supplier is. Remember, if you're talking on like WhatsApp or something, it's not advisable. You always want to talk on Alibaba, because that's, it's going to be, everything's going to be monitored all the time. So, okay. I'm not talking to Amber. I'm talking to Camille. And remember, you speak to your supplier. My supplier in this case is Camille. And you press this file thingy. Press send local files. And then you look for your product box labels, dog bed. So I do that and I send it to Camille. I say, Camille, thank you very much for packing my products into the boxes. Here are the box labels. It's the box thing, goes on the box. She puts it on the box. She's going to put 2 labels on the box. One of them is going to be the Amazon label that you provided. And the other thing is going to be like the UPS label. So when it actually gets to the United States, UPS can just scan it and take it to the Amazon fulfillment center. Once you've done so, Camille for me, maybe your supplier is called something different, but your supplier at that point is going to give you tracking information. Your supplier is going to be like, hey, thank you for the box labels. Here's the tracking information that we're going to use. It's more than likely going to be a UPS tracking number, or it could be a FedEx tracking number. It could be a DHL tracking number. You never know. You get that tracking number, you go back to the page here that you're using for your FBA order, and you put in the same tracking number for each one, right? Now, let's say that you're putting in a tracking number for each one, and then this comes up, invalid tracking ID, please try again. It's obviously invalid because I just put the letter A on each one. If that comes up, but you're absolutely sure you're putting the right tracking number, you're going crazy thinking, hey, this is the right tracking. You're looking at your phone like, I'm doing it word by or letter by letter, and it doesn't work. You don't really have to finish this part. You don't have to input it if it's not working. Okay? If it's not working, just leave it alone. Yeah, it would be nice if it worked, because then you can track your items from Seller Central. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's fine. Okay. And now you can, the last thing I'm going to show you is that you can rename your shipment. So I'm here at my homepage. I can go to inventory and manage FBA shipments. I can see all of my FBA shipments, and I can see the FBA shipment I just created. I just created this one. Okay, I already know that this is my shipment. And look at the name. The shipment name is horrible. It's like FBA, STA. I'm never going to know what the shipment is. So what I can do is I can rename the shipment, and I can call it dog beds for dogs. Again, that's a ridiculous name. I'm just changing it to whatever. And then I change the shipment name. So if I go back to inventory and I pick manage FBA shipments, Look, the name changed, dog beds for dogs. I already know that that's my shipment. See, there's so many of them because obviously I do this class a lot, but here, dog beds for dogs, I already know that one is the specific one that I created today. Now you know this is your FBA order. And that's pretty much it. You're ready to go with your order. It got shipped to the Amazon Fulfillment Center. All that's left to do is now wait. As a reminder, your tracking information will not update until the order actually checks into the United States. When it checks into the United States, there'll be a carrier like UPS to transport it to an Amazon Fulfillment Center. So don't go crazy thinking, oh, my tracking's not updated. I'm being scammed. No, it's just going to take a while. And I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next section for product performance, because now it's time to advertise your product properly and see how it does.